We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now it's Lauletta off the bootleg. And his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, look at 56.
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
You got him. You got him.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On second down, Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go, 46.
A first down carry by Elliott. A nice little juke. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
46. Here we go. 48. 46.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Lawletta on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gone!
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Lawletta on third down. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Connor Barwin. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First throw now for the backup Manning. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Manning. Left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Manning will try again on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
that. Super toe.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180. 180.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Over here. Right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. 180.
2nd down, Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Sweat. Sweat. Hey. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Let's get some penetration here. What do you think?
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go. 180. Check that guy. 26.
To throw is Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Manning now on 1st down. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Working from the gun, Manning. Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Receiver.
Here's Manning to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Pushing through to contact. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey. Here we go. Hey.
Here's Darkwa, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Josh Morrow on the stop.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Going to 53.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Under. There we go.
They go to Elliott again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Perkins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Gallman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Beckham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Manning to try again after the pick six. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Manning now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The former first-round pick, Shea McClellan, in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Mario Edwards Jr., son of former Cowboy Mario Edwards Sr., there on the stop. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Dalvin Tomlinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Well, they're lucky. If that was roughing, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, still 4th.
But now it brings up a decision, doesn't it? Now you're in a position where maybe it changes what you do.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Manning. He's going to look deep down the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights him off. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This is Elliott, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Manning, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Call that got a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Wide 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Elliott. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott down, option right. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run the dark one. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run again now with Darkland. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long.